you guys for all the support that you guys have been offering on the channel as of late. Sorry I didn't upload yesterday. Yesterday was just one of those days that I've started to have where sometimes I don't upload, because I'm, normally hanging out with friends and family and stuff like that. And that might be a common occurrence on the channel. Just taking a break, just for the day, and then getting back into the swing of things. But regardless of that, this is going to be the next build update video. So basically I'm going to go through all the builds that I have and, talk to you guys about them. Got some, I might have a Call of Duty gameplay up later on. I might do a Call of Duty live stream tonight. Who knows? We'll see. But regardless of that, I appreciate all the support, and we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. So we got 17 cars to showcase. So this is my Colorado ZR2. This is my off-road truck, my race truck a little bit. Just, completing jumps with it. We got a person watching the video. What's up? Level 371. As far as the performance goes on it, we're going to go ahead and show you the stats. 1,300 horsepower. This thing does a 0 to 60 in 2.37 seconds, and it hits a top speed of 228. So this thing is a monster. I'm going to rev the engine for y'all. Alright. I don't think I've done an engine swap on this. I can see. So the current engine is a 5 liter V8. It's the stock engine. I mean, I could have put a V12 in here, but it would have sounded stupid. But regardless of that, that's my ZR2 right there. Alright, moving on next. We got one of my favorite builds. My Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, 400 plus leveling. Almost max stats and everything. I believe whenever I get the other Ultimate Plus parts that I need, this thing will be a monster. Alright, so looking at the stats, 954 horsepower, does a 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds, you guys. This thing is a monster, bro. Top speed of a 233. The current engine I have in here is just the stock 2.0 liter i4 engine. Pretty good sounding car if you ask me. Alright. Then we're gonna move on to Godzilla. This was the build that I completed the game with. Got the Fast and the Furious paint job on it. Really nice car, level 390. If we take a look at the stats or whatever else, 1,100 horsepower, does a 0 to 60 in 2.03 seconds. Top speed 233. I mean, this thing is crazy. And then I did do an engine swap on this one, so it has a 6.5 liter V12 in it. And this thing is a monster. Alright. Then we're going to move on to one of my other favorite builds. I mean, all of these builds are my favorite builds. I mean, I love them all equally, but there are some builds I just love using more than others, and this is probably one of them. Despite that top speed the high speed being a 3.8 leveling, that does not matter. This thing will still get out. Alright, level 344. I did do it, well, no. There's no engine swap on this one, so it's just a regular 3.9 liter V8 engine. Taking a look at the stats, almost 1,100 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds, top speed of 207, and here's how it sounds. This thing is amazing, bro. I love the paint job on it, and it's probably one of my favorite builds to use. Then we have our starter car. I upgraded it after the story was done. This is the BMW M3 Evolution 2. Crazy how far this build has come along. It's a 400 plus leveling. I mean, this thing is an absolute monster. Alright, so if we take a look at the engine, still rocking the 2.9 liter V6. No need to do an engine swap on this thing. I could have, but why not just keep the regular engine? Still sounds good. Alright, we take a look at our stats. 815 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds, and it does a top speed of 233. This thing is a monster, bro. One of my absolute favorite builds, absolute classic. All right, moving on to probably my favorite build. All right, this is probably, well, I don't know, man. This is probably one of my favorite builds that I have. This is my Lamborghini Aventador S. All right. This thing has the American flag draped all over it. I personally done this wrap myself. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But this thing is a monster. Alright, so if we take a look, obviously we're rocking the 6.5 liter V12 in it. Stock motor. Didn't change the engine in it. If we take a look at our stats, obviously 1100 horsepower, a little bit over 1100 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, does a top speed of 233. So this thing is absolutely beautiful, man. I love the paint job on it, and let me know what you guys think. Alright, so moving on to my next build, and this is Brian's Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec. Alright, obviously I've, slowed down on the build videos as of late, but regardless of that, I just wanted to show you guys this build right here. 400 plus build. Didn't do an engine swap on it. Still has the 2.6 liter i6 engine in it. Still sounds good, man. Alright, so if we take a look at our stats on this bad boy right here, over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, does a top speed of 233. Alright, so a lot of my builds are over that 230 mile an hour mark, so it's crazy. Alright, and then moving on to our next build right here. This is probably my, I don't know, man. I don't know which Lambo I like between this one or the Aventador. Personally, I mean, the Huracan is a nice Lambo. It's probably the nicest Lambo out there. But regardless of that, this is my Lamborghini Huracan Spider, 400 plus leveling, maxed out in almost everything. It's probably going to be maxed out when I get more Ultimate Plus parts, which I still have a couple more to get. 1,100 horsepower, almost 1,200, 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. This thing gets out. 234 miles per hour for the top speed, and this is what she sounds like. Beautiful. I love the way this car looks. I love the smoked out blue headlights, and I just love that metallic purple paint job that it has on it. Alright, so we're gonna go on ahead and get into the second parts, the second part of the cars that we have. Let's see. Alright, so this is my cousin Lucas's car right here. Going ahead and showcase this build right here. This is his Koenigsegg Agera. This thing, y'all know the Koenigsegg. It's probably, I think it's the fastest car in the world, as I'm aware of. Maxed out in almost every level. Taking a look at the stats, 1,400 horsepower, man. This thing is crazy. Off of a 5.1 liter V8 hybrid engine. This thing slaps. 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, and it does a top speed of 251 miles an hour. Here's what she sounds like. Kind of a quiet engine. Maybe, I don't know if it's because it's a supercar with a V8 engine in it. I don't know. But that's cousin Lucas's build right there. Then we're going to take a look at one of my newer builds, the Chevy Camaro Z28. Now, this thing right here slaps, alright? Level 386, not as higher leveled as, obviously, my Lambos or whatever else. But regardless of that, absolute beast of a car. We're rocking the 6.5 liter V12 in it, done an engine swap. If we take a look at the stats of the car, a little bit over 1,100 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds, and it does a top speed of 232 miles an hour. So here's what she sounds like. Crazy car, man. It's probably one of my favorite builds. I love a lime green and a black car. You know what I'm saying? They're really, really beautiful. Reminds me of the Black Mamba, if you guys know the Black Mamba snake, or the Green Mamba, or whatever else. One of the most crazier snakes in the world, right? Anyways, then we're going to take a look at the Audi R8 V10 Performance. Alright, this thing right here is a monster. 400 plus leveling, almost maxed out in every category. Far as the engine goes, we're using a 6.5 liter V12 in there. Crazy car, man. We're looking at over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.1 seconds, top speed of a 234, and here's what she sounds like. Crazy car, man. Went for the Stormtrooper look. I've done a build video on this car right here, so if you haven't seen that, go check out my build video on that, on the Audi as well. Alright, then we're going to hop straight into the 1969 Dodge Charger. You guys have seen this build video before, or this build right here. One of my best builds that I have, alright? Just looks-wise, this thing slaps. Dom's Charger, one of the most iconic cars, alright? Moving on, 1,100 horsepower, a little bit over 1,100 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, and we're looking at a top speed of 231. Done an engine swap in this thing, 6.5 liter V12 in it, and here's what it sounds like. One of the more crazier builds that I have, man. This thing gets off the line in a jump, guaranteed. Alright, so moving on to our next build that we have. This is my Ford Mustang GT build, alright? I don't remember doing a video on this. I might have done a build video on this, but if you guys haven't seen it already, here it is, man. Level 389, one of my favorite looking builds. Like, this build looks so beautiful, man. It's got a stealth vibe to it, and everything else looks really good, alright? We're looking at, I just have the base engine in here. I could have done a V12 swap in there, V10, whatever, but I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to keep the V8 engine in there. As far as stats go, a little bit over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds, and we're looking at a top speed of 233 miles an hour, and here's what she sounds like. So, I know you guys are probably wondering, like, you know, so on this car, I have a green lime underglow to it, and I have, I think, blue nitrous smoke, or blue tire smoke, or whatever else, just to match up everything else that goes with the car. So, I think it looks dope. It's probably one of my favorite builds, just aesthetics-wise, you know. And then we're going to take a look at my 1965 Ford Mustang. This thing is an absolute beast, man. If you guys haven't seen the movie Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage in it, you're probably missing out. Alright, go check out that movie. One of the best racing movies of all time. It's kind of underrated, but don't sleep on Nicolas Cage, alright? 372 for the level of this car. If we take a look at the performance issue on this car, 6.5 liter V12 in it. I did do an engine swap in it. A little bit over 1,000 horsepower, 2.7 second 0 to 60. Crazy. Top speed 227. But then again, I don't have the Ultimate Plus part on there. So if we do that now, and I forgot to do a lot of the ultimate parts on this car, which is kind of crazy because the thing actually will get better when you put certain parts on it. But regardless of that though, man, one of my more favorite builds, you know, top speed 230, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, 1,100 horsepower. One of my more favorite builds, and here's what she sounds like. So in that movie, Gone in 60 Seconds, the car's name was Eleanor. And it almost looked similar to this, but it wasn't as aggressive looking as this one right here is, but it still looked beautiful. I recommend y'all go check out that movie though, by the way. Then we're gonna move on. I think we're hitting the end of our builds here. This is my drift build. This is the build to end all drift builds. I guarantee it, alright? Level 394, this is my Mazda RX-7 Spirit R. If you guys know this paint job, y'all slap a like button on this video, man. And, I mean, y'all should know this paint job. I don't even have to tell you guys this paint job because y'all should know it. But regardless of that, level 394 for the car, 900 horsepower, 2.5 second 0 to 60, jumping off the line as a drift car. Top speed 232 miles an hour. 3.8 liter V6 engine. Didn't do an engine swap for it. Could have, but didn't. And here's what she sounds like. Beautiful sounding car, man. This is probably one of my favorite drift builds. I would put this over my M4 GTS build that I had in Need for Speed Payback any day of the week. This thing just outdrifts it, alright? Then I think we got a few more builds left. Alright. So yeah. Now we have, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got 3 more builds left. But here is, oh dang, I thought I selected it. Hold on. My fault. Alright, cool. So here is my Dodge Challenger SRT8 build. This thing is a monster, alright? Got the Hellcat badge on the side of it if you put a certain rear fender or a certain fender on there. Level 374 for the car, alright? We're looking at a 6.5 liter V12 in there, done an engine swap on it. Almost 1100 horsepower, a little bit over 1000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds. And this thing hits a top speed of 234. So, this is an SRT 8. This thing absolutely slaps. You guys know about the Dodge Challenger SRT 8. I don't have to tell you guys about it. But here's how it sounds with the engine swap. That's crazy how it doesn't even look like a SRT. I mean, it is an SRT 8, but it just sounds very crazy with the engine swap in there, don't y'all think? But regardless of that, let me know what you guys think about this paint job right here. Personally, I love lime green and a black car. Like I said, I'm kind of a snake guy, so I like you know, green mambas, black mambas, cobras, stuff like that. But this thing looks very green mamba-esque, and it looks beautiful. Then we got 2 more builds after this, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Then we have my Nissan 350Z, man. This build, y'all should know where this paint job is from. If you don't, where you been at? Where you been at your whole life, alright? This is Rachel's paint job from Need for Speed Underground 2. An OG classic Need for Speed game. Probably the best Need for Speed game of all time. No debate. No debate. Forget Payback. Forget Carbon. Forget Heat. Forget Most Wanted. Forget all of those. Need for Speed Underground, best underground game of all time. Best Need for Speed game of all time. No question about it. Regardless of that, level 392 for the car. 4.5 liter V8 engine in this baby right here. 955 horsepower. 0 to 60, 2.1 seconds. Does a top speed of 234 miles an hour. Crazy car, man. Crazy car. And here's how she sounds. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love this build, man. Let me know what y'all think about Rachel's 350Z. Is it one of the best cars in the Need for Speed series? I think it is. And then our last build. But finally, most definitely not least, I know what you guys are thinking. Why is it just black? Well, it had like orange decals on it, and I just took them all off. I like the carbon look to it. If you guys notice, it has like a carbon sort of indentation in it. This thing looks beautiful. This is probably one of the most beautiful Corvettes I've ever seen in my life. 400 plus leveling, using a 6.2 liter V8 engine. Didn't do the engine swap for this baby right here. 1100 horsepower, does a 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds, and it does a top speed of 234 seconds. Crazy car, and here's how the Corvette sounds. This car sounds crazy, but regardless of that, that was just a build update of me going over every single build that I have in the game. Let me know what other builds you guys want to see me do in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video though. Got a couple of more videos going up today after I get off work. Then I'm off tomorrow on Tuesday. I was thinking about going to go hit the gym, maybe with my homeboys, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, man, so as far as everything is going on the channel, everything's going good. We're still uploading content as of right now, not taking any breaks. I told you guys the year 2020 is going to be our year. 2019 was a really good year. We hit, as of right now, that video is sitting at 1,300 views, you guys. One of my best videos of all time, if not the best video in terms of views and likes. That video has 15 likes on it. I appreciate all the support, man. I really do. When I made the starting lineup, and you guys just absolutely crushed it. But regardless of that, we're still uploading on the channel. I'm currently just surfing the web. Wow, I sound very old when I said that, right? Surfing the web. But yeah, I'm just browsing on the internet, you know, trying to find some gaming setup stuff that can better the content on the channel. I'm working on getting a PC right now, you know, to edit my videos. Looking at getting an Elgato. You know, I want to get a better TV for performance wise. I'm probably going to get a gaming monitor of some sort. I want a better laptop chair because this one I have is about to fall apart. Honestly, I love the desk. The only thing I don't like about the desk is that it's open at the bottom because it's a desk. So I'm just thinking about upgrading to like a very thick, sturdy table. And then getting a mic filter. I want to get sound foam to go around my walls to block out a lot of the outside noise. But like I told you guys, we're in the process of getting a new house, and I'll let you guys know how the process is going on that as further updates are developed. But until then, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video though. If you did, don't forget to click that like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on your freaking post notifications so that way you don't miss a video when I upload, because YouTube sucks when it comes to letting people know when I post. So yeah, y'all do that. Get your cousins, your mamas, your daddies, your brothers to subscribe to the channel, your classmates, your co-workers, whoever you got to get, tell them to subscribe. We're 15 subscribers away. That voice cracked though. We're 15 subscribers away from 200 subscribers, so help your boy get there. But regardless of that, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Peace out.